Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're bringing back the Pakpatiq combo. So if you remember the Ojer Pakpatiq deepest Epoch, it is a legendary god that give all of our instant spells rebound. When he dies, he becomes a land, and then we have to tap him 3 times to bring it back again. But most importantly, that rebound ability. So the trick with this deck is to synergize the rebound with adventure cards. Remember, it only does instants. So the instants that we can choose from: Virtue of Loyalty, makes a 2/2, but comes back as the bigger virtue that gives a +1/+1 at the end of each turn for every one of our creatures. Horned Loch-Whale removes one of our opponent's attacker, make him top deck or bottom deck. I think top deck or bottom, right? Yeah, top or bottom. Meanwhile, the next turn we get a 6/6 warded creature. Twinning twins. The protection for Ojer, we exile a creature, return to the battlefield, at the end of turn, but we can also turn it into a 4/4 flying vigilance war 1 creature. Spellscorn Coven, the card that allows us to basically quote-unquote counter a spell, right? Return a spell back to our opponent's hand. It's not really a counter, it's more of a remand, and we get to then, on the backside, make a 2/3 fairy that when it enters, make our opponent discard a card. So that's kind of the idea of the old deck, but in order for it to survive in today's meta, we add in a new card from Bloomburrow, Beza the Bounding Spring. When he enters, we get a treasure if our opponent controls more lands than us, 4 life if our opponent has more life, 2 fish, 2/1/1 fish if our opponent has more creature, and we draw a card if our opponent has more cards. That combos very well with Twinning Twins. So we can use this to target our Beza, and then it'll go away and come back again, and it'll do the things again. So since it's got a little bit of flicker synergy, we also put in a Kutzil's flanker and a Loran of the third path. That way we can destroy artifacts and enchantments, or exile graveyards, or help us scry a little bit better into our draws. Now other cards are also instants that we can rebound, things like 4 Get Lost, 4 Deduce. These are the cards that we can rebound and get more value out of. That's why we only have 2 No More Life. We cannot rebound this. So we don't really want to have too many counter spells in the deck. And the meta's full of Cavern of Souls anyway. So counter spells are really not going to help. Spellscorn Coven is. And then we also have our board wipe in Final Showdown. A 6 mana board wipe at instant speed that we can also pay 7 to make our Ojer indestructible, and then we can rebound it again if we need to. If our opponent want to keep playing spells, we can keep killing them, right? But nothing not for nothing, but we can also just give a creature indestructible. That's also pretty good because we need to protect Ojer sometimes. Sometimes we need to protect Beza against an oncoming, onslaught of aggressive creatures. Those are all possibility with Final Showdown. So the fact that it has multiple modes makes it a better card than cards like Sunfall. That's why it's in a deck. So I talk about the quote-unquote 5-drop that can also double as a 2-drop. These are our actual 2-drops. The 3-drops, we've got a flanker, the Loran of the third path, and of course 4 temporary lockdowns. We need to lock things down, right? Too many aggro decks, lock them down. But something to keep in mind, right? You will lock down your Deduce, Investigated Clues. That's okay. You also lock down the maps you give your opponent. So make sure you play into that. Get lost on a turn right before you're about to lock down, because then they don't get any value out of it. Of course, 3 Bezas. I cannot fit 4 in the deck, so there's 3 Bezas in the deck. We have 4 Ojer because that's our combo. We got to make sure we draw it. 2 Twinning Twins, 2 Spellscorn Coven. Now, if you don't like Spellscorn Coven, you can take those out and just put in Twinning Twins. That will be fine. I really like this card, so that's why I've slotted it in the deck. There's no black mana, there's no black source, so we're never casting a Spellscorn Coven by itself in a game that we're winning. So yeah, if you don't like it, definitely just running the Twinning Twins. That was fine. 2 Final Showdowns, 4 Virtue of Loyalty. This can also just kill our opponent by aggressively playing 2/2s, buffing all of our creatures and just overrunning our opponent. And then we have 2 Whales. I initially ran 4 Whales in the deck. I had to cut the 2 Whales down to 2 because 4 Whales, not very good. We keep drawing them against the decks that don't attack, and they just play things like Shieldred and just sit there and we die. So Horned Loch-Whale, just 2 is enough. I know it's a very good synergy, getting a 6/6 out of it, but if you have no Ojer out, your opponent probably won't attack into it. They'll probably try to remove it first. And if you have the Lagoon Breach, you can't actually use it because it only does it to attacking creatures. So yeah, it's a little bit of a trick, right? So it doesn't serve as well in this deck. And then finally, the land base. So we're pretty much a combo deck, not a control deck. That's why there's only 25 lands in the deck. 4 Planks, 4 Island, 4 the Darkheart Waste, 4 Restless Anchorage, 4 Seachrome Coast, 2 Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls are there to name God for the Ojer. I'm almost never naming Elk, obviously, because if you're running Beza against a control deck, it's only going to draw you a card. It's not worth it. So Cavern names God if your opponent plays an island in any way whatsoever. Otherwise, Cavern names fairies, and in the worst case scenario, we can play the Spellscorn Coven with the black mana we get from Cavern of Souls. It also helps us play the Twinning Twins, because that's also a fairy. So something to keep in mind. 2 Demolition Fields help us mana fix while killing our opponent's Myrixes. And I also cut the Mountain Pour from 2 down to 1. Mountain Pour is a good card, but what happened when I run 2 Demolition Field and 2 Fountainport is that every opening hand I get a Fountainport and a Demolition Field, and that counts as my 2 lands. And that's terrible, because can't play anything that way. So that's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Niente. Niente? Hey, go first. Cool. Darkheart Waste Island, go first. I will keep. Hello? How's it going? Fable Passage. Well. Interesting. Where our opponent's heading. Is this the Atraxa deck? Gets a black. Gets a green. Bat. What's the bat gonna take? The temporary lockdown? Or the no more lies? I mean, if he takes the no more lies, I can lock it down. If he takes... Actually, then he can bat again, right? Yeah, let's just do it. Don't let him get information on my hand. Golgari. Bat again. Well, this time I'm gonna Virtue. Or no. I'll let him take the lockdown. Yeah, he wants to take the lockdown. Do I draw a card here? No, let's get Tempo on board. This is a lot better. I guess I might have been better to hold, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna draw 2 cards here, unless you got another bat. Ow. Pillage the Bog. You know what? Maybe I'll get a no more lies. Nope. Okay. Well, this tap is not going to give me a no more lies either way. That was a terrible tap. Cottage. He did get a land. Unfortunately. Beza. Deduce. Cool. If I play this, I have lower life. So this is going to draw me a card. And that's it, right? It's going to draw me a card and gain 4 life, which I put something on board that he has to fight against. I think it's good enough. Or I can play the Virtue. That'll pump this. I won't draw a card then. Is drawing a card that important here? It's not going to counter either way, but this fills out the mana better. Filling out the mana better might matter. Filling out the mana better might... Oh man, I can't talk. Alright, what do you got? Another bat. Alright, good luck. That's our 3rd bat from our opponent. But it's fine, I guess. Takes my Beza. And then he gets the Preacher. Attacks for 1. Coolio. So, not attacking here, obviously, because the Preacher will just kill it. I'll play a land and pass. Or do we play the Ojer? 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 Here. I can double Deduce, right? That's... Let's play the Jeer. See if he goes into combat, or does he want to kill the Jeer first? He wants to kill the Jeer first, so we'll get lost. The Preacher. We get a rebound on the Get Lost. He'll be back in 3 turns. In the meantime, oh, Mosswood Dread Knight. In the meantime, we can just kind of kick it back. He plays it. You sure you want to play that? I don't think our opponent knows how the rebound works. Unfortunately for them, I'm about to show them how it works. Do I want a Beza? Do I draw a card with Beza? But this lockdown, I mean, if he has something against a lockdown, I think he would have used it, right? This lockdown also kills mine. But I'm okay with that. It's a lot of tokens for them. But here is 1, 2, 3. That's all my white mana. I should attack first. No, should not have attacked. He's going to block. I don't want him to block. I could have made a fish. You can see my hand. There's Shelly. Alright, I guess we'll draw first. And then we'll draw again. Haha! Alright, Shelly. And then the Preacher. Now we draw. A little late for that, but okay. We'll tap the Fountainport. I don't think I need to tap the Cycle of Time, right? That blue mana is getting spent somehow. We'll play Beza. I don't get a card draw either way. He gains the life. I'm gonna have to... What do I kill here? The Innkeeper's talent's pretty good, but I don't think I have time for that. Maybe he'll level it up. He levels it up once. Does he level up twice? He does. We'll get a loss. Okay, goodbye. I mean, he's not lost yet. Don't be a loser. Alright, our opponent is Godzilla. It's like Godzilla, except he's gone. Alright, opponent goes first. Good enough of a hand against opponent goes first. I don't know if I can help better, but you know. When the opponent goes first, I don't think anything else really matters. I do want to have a temporary lockdown, but this hand will work for now. Yeah, no. None of that. Crazy Liliana goodness. Preacher. Can't stop a Preacher. I could get lost. Yeah. Okay, he has no lands. So let's get a loss. It's not great, right? Of course, that's not what I really wanted to do, but now I can play the Ojer. Uncontested. And if he wants to kill it, I get an extra land next turn. It's something. If he doesn't kill it, my hand is sick. Hostile Investigator. I will discard. Oh, man, what does this do? If it triggers twice. Everything is so good. But Deduce is 2 Deduce, right? I don't know what I can give up here. I guess I don't really have the mana for double Deduce. So much card advantage. Alright, you got it. Temporary lockdown. Man, if I had an extra mana. Oh, if I have an extra mana. Guess we'll attack. Should have dropped the Virtue. Activated or triggered. I don't really have an actually, let's put on full control here. So you want to use all his maps? He does use all his maps. Liliana. He wants that. I don't think I need to double copy, right? Giving a rebound, copying it doesn't do anything. So bounce it back to your hand. Still need to be in full control mode, just in case I lose my end turn trigger. Sometimes it happens. I don't know why, but sometimes it happens. Bandit's Talon. I gotta discard a card. Okay. I'll have to discard this because I want my temporary lockdown. Don't want to, wait, let's pass the end. Then it goes to my turn. Let's make the enchantment happen. Let's make the whale happen. Good luck. Alright. Haha. GG. Woo, that was good. Pakpatiq still OP. Alright, our opponent is Naido. Naido? I don't know. Something though. We got a cavern. What do we name cavern on? God? Huh. Well, we got 2 whites into a lockdown, so 100% a keep hand. Let's play a white mana. Alright, what is this? No idea. Seeing how we don't have Ojer, I think we can just, well, let's play on 2 lands. We can just Virtue here. He might Helix it. He might, but I think we're okay with that, right? Do we Fountainport here? Yeah, we Fountainport. If he Helix it, we get to draw a card instead. Alright, I guess our opponent's just gonna quit. Do we play the flanker? Let us gain 2 life and scry 2. Yeah, I don't need any of these. They're good, but not great from what I have. Do you want a Lightning Helix? No. Oh, okay, it is a control deck. Interesting. I'm gonna play this. Attack for 5. Pretty sure he's holding a Helix. Really? Still playing on 2 lands, huh? I'm gonna make fish. Lightning Helix for 3-1. I mean, I couldn't have sacked it anyway, so that's fine. I knew there was a Helix somewhere. Alright, I don't think anything else matters here, so I'm gonna pay the 1 life for some reason, didn't play the Planks. I guess I decided afterwards that I was gonna play the Virtue. Virtue's scary. Get lost on a Virtue? Sure. That was all they're gonna do. make this out of the range, unless I get a land. Yeah, get a land here. Let's tap to get this out of the range. Get another land. Oh yeah. Another. Draw 2 lands. Still 5 damage on board. Temporary lockdown. Nope. Back to your hand. Ho ho. That's a little slow. I think he wants us to play a temporary lockdown again, right? Make him discard 2 cards. I can't. Actually, I can. So I'm gonna name God. Actually, I should name Fairy. Because God's already coming out this turn. Alright, I can sack a token to draw a card if he wants to lock down again. And no, he's already dead. He's at 3. Yeah, it was mana screw, so it wasn't really much of a game. Our opponent is Kevfer. One goes first. Anchorage, 2 islands, no more lie. You know, Final Showdown just keeps showing up in my hand. I'm not saying it's bad, but I don't like how I put a Final Showdown in the deck. It's always in my opener because it's a 1-drop, even though it's technically a 6. This is definitely the shuffler just, you know, ruin the game for everybody. Rabbits. I can't even Final Showdown. It costs 6. More so, it costs 3 white. I don't have 3 white. It doesn't play anything. Sack the carrot cake? That's weird. Yeah, you got a board of rabbits. That's definitely something you can have. Fountainport. I mean, he'll probably kill the Ojer, right? He doesn't really have blue. He'll kill it, but then I get an extra land next turn. Helix, yeah. So you have a LD? What the hell? It's got 2 mana. He can't even do anything with 2 mana. What's the stick for? I don't know what that stick was for. Brass Forge. Oh, that's so annoying. Can I get untapped land? Yes, I do get untapped land. Whale or Virtue? Probably Virtue. It's got like a pump spell or something. It's on a stack. Torch the tower. That was not smart. I already have one. Okay. He's got 2 white mana and 2 Fountainport. So, at best he'll draw a card. He does not! He's gonna play something for 4 mana? No. We'll play the bigger Virtue. Temporary lockdown. I'm not sure about that right now. Do we use the Restless Anchorage? I don't think so. Because I can use the whale, if nothing else, right? That's a 6/6. Makes a fish. You can't outpace this right now, but maybe later. (3/1). Just that. Just a 3/1 attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take it. It's got 5 mana open and nothing else. He has an instant. Something he wants to play, right? No? Here's a whale. Big old whale. We got a demo field. Sure. It's not really doing much, but it's here. Alright, this is the last time I have to use the counter, so we'll attack for 3. It's vigilance. Single block. I chump block. Makes a fish. Red. He's getting a lot of mana. Sunfall. I don't want that to happen, so tap this for a blue. No more of that lies. 4/1. I can break the Citadel, right? There's 2 Fountainports. Let's break the Citadel. Decked in time. I get a plane. I'm gonna draw a land now. Almost a land. So he's got 1 land, which means he can't really do much. Colorless. I don't need to tap that colorless. I don't need this cavern. Does not tap my cavern. Can I grow this anchorage? I don't need a Final Showdown. Yeah, that's nothing else I can do. Alright, it's a 4/5. Wison's Twilight. Nope. No lies, alright? Just no lies. Stop lying. Okay, my turn. Another cavern. Don't want that. We'll do this again. A whale. Cool. I like that. And then God. No, I just need fairies. Does he have another Wysen's Twilight? No, just the Urbrass Forge. Not even attacking. Create a 1/1 blue fish token. It's not tapped, so you can block with it. Sack a token and draw a card. That's smart. Go to my turn. Alright, so can he kill the Restless Anchorage? I mean, he could, but... nothing else I can do about that. Get lost. I can protect. What is he gonna do after I protect, though? Well, I mean, what am I gonna do after I protect? Get lost gives me 2 maps. Choose a creature you control against indestructible, right? Yeah. So you have another get lost? You can't use it. Thanks for the map tokens. Down to 3. Let's keep pumping this. That's a land. Why not? That's another land. Alright, we got a 7/7, a 10/10, and a 8/9 flyer against Urbrass Forge. Forge looks scary, but I'm sure I'm scarier. GG. Alright, our opponent is Huggernaut. Please don't hug me. You look like you're on fire. We're gonna go first. Not a great hand, but we do get to go first with 4 lands that curves into Beza on turn 4. We'll try it. We'll probably be dead by then, but you know. These are the kind of... our opponent is very red. R5 hero? You don't say. Well, that's not a card I can use to fight the hero. It will be too big already. Yeah, we'll be dead by then. Gotta go to full control mode to fool our opponent. I don't understand how full control mode works. It never worked. Like, I put full control, after 1 action I lose it. Scamp? See, it's gone. Let's go. I shall flank and hope for the best. Don't even know if the flanker is going to be able to block it. I mean, that's good. This isn't good. Is it not good though? Don't know if I had enough time, to be honest. I don't think it matters either way, but yeah, don't think I have enough time. Don't tell me you got, because just Monster's Rage will go through the flanker. Like, it doesn't even do anything against a Monster's Rage. What can he have? That... Yeah, right? That goes through it. Well, that was a very long thought process. Don't know why. Alright, well... Gonna have to get the Beza out. Don't get to draw a card, but I do get the fish. And that's what matters. Fish is what matters. This is so hard to get up to 6 mana for this combo, right? The Ojer plus Virtue. Our opponent definitely is thinking his brains out. Blazing Crescendo. Gets this land drop. Felonious Rage. Alright, well, if I take 10 here, I take 10 here. Cool. I was not expecting how well that turn would have gone. I did take 10, but it's, you know, I'm not dead, right? That's what matters. I put Ojer out. For 1 mana, I can't do anything, so let's put an Ojer out. I don't think I could have sneaked a Virtue in with I mean, I guess I could have sneaked a Virtue in, but then Ojer gets no value either way. No attacks? Yo. You sure about that? I'm not sure about that. Alright, no attacks means I can hold back. I also no attack. The thing about you no attacking is it's going to be very bad for you. The thing about me not attacking is it's going to be very good for me. Okay, so... I am loyal. My virtue is loyal. Cool. If I tap this, I have 3 more mana. Okay. Gotta be careful with the taps. Right, I still have a blue. Yeah, still have a blue. Okay. Because that's the important part. Oh, I have Vigilance. Oh no, I didn't tap my creature. I have pseudo Vigilance. I should have attacked with Ojer too then. Forgot that the Virtue untaps instead of just +1/+1. The other one is just +1/+1. The one from Invasion of... I don't know what that invasion was called. Invasion of something. Do I let this go? I mean, I guess I kind of have to, right? This is just bounce it back to his hand. He can definitely replay it. Then I don't get anywhere. Yeah, bouncing spells back to his hand does not do anything against this deck, which is kind of sad. Maybe that 5 is gonna cost me the game. 4, right? So we've got 14. Now he's at 18. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, just quit. That works too. GG. Alright, our opponent is I ping, you listen. Listen to the ping? What? Cool. We got Beza. Get lost. Showdown. Opponent goes first. Four lands. 2 get lost. I mean, get lost is good, right? But how good is it really? Vladimir. We can get rid of Vladdy here. He's probably gonna target me with something. He's a criminal. Let's get rid of Vladdy. Maybe he wants to get rid of the whale by killing his own Vlad. I'd be more than happy to accommodate. That's wasting his mana. Eh? Come on. Top deck. Really, he had nothing? I'm happy with that. Just don't have anything. Don't ever have nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Well, if I play a land, right? So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just please don't play another thing. I always gotta play another thing. Is he? Is it a bat? No, he has 4 cards, right? I don't think Beza gets me anything here. Oh, we're going to my turn. Fountainport is pretty good. It will do stuff while I have nothing else going on. There's a stick. It's probably a removal. Like go for the throw or something. Which means Beza will die immediately. Go for the throw is just a 4-mana removal on Horned Loch-Whale, so don't hold Horned Loch-Whale as my ultimate win con. I think these gotta go for Shieldred, right? That's what I'm most afraid of, or Virtue. I can take a little bit more pounding. Sounds wrong, but yeah, I can, because Beza will give me the life back. Maybe as a cut down, he would cut down my fish. Don't know if anyone would do that. That's not smart. Final Showdown also can wipe his board. That's very important. It's not a 1-drop, it's a 6-drop. I mean, I am listening to you ping, but it sounds like you're actually lagging his ping. Yeah, so it sounds like the ping is loud. New Capana. Are you sad that your whole deck got rotated? You're still trying to play it? Just trying to play a mono black version? Attack for 2! You got it. Is that all? Maybe he wants to grow his Vladimir by killing my fish. Right? I mean, if he has a bunch of cut downs and stuff, it may not be useful anywhere else. That's probably what he's thinking. If you have a Shieldred, you have to play it here. Preacher. Okay, how afraid am I of a Preacher? Well, it's coming out. I don't think he's gonna play another creature, right? So Beza is gonna give me life out of the Preacher range. But I still think I do this. And I don't have to do it this turn, right? Let's make a fish. Maybe he wants to cut down my fish? Huh? I don't understand that, oops. But also don't need to do that right here, right? I can kill the Preacher on his turn. So let's get the tap land out of the way. Ah, stupid cops after me again. Yo, be careful here. Tap this. Get lost. Listen, Copper. It's not my fault, alright? Our opponent's the one committing crime. I'm just sitting here. No Bloxies. Then he used a map. Well, I guess the tap land might have been a mistake. Might have been better to run an untapped land, that way I can sack the fish for a card. Marginal. I mean, he's just not playing anything, which makes my game harder. What's he doing? He's making me sack a creature and put 2+1 counter on a creature he controls. You want to waste your Gix command like that? I guess he does. Do I even Beza here? I don't draw cards. Doesn't feel very good. I would just take another 4. It's not doing anything. I'm still at a very high life total. Or 5. He wants that Preacher for sure. Yeah. I just don't very much care for the Vatmir. Make another fish. Probably should have made a treasure token. And looking back, I forgot that treasure token was even a thing here. For the extra mana. I could definitely use that extra mana. But the 1/1 is a blocker, right? If he crimes me, then I can't block. Because then he'll get Menace and Lifelink. Something to remember. There's a Preacher. Just a single attacker. Sack a token, draw a card. Thanks for the card draw. Okay, now we're talking. But he's gonna get his card draw from the Preacher, right? I don't want him to do that. So maybe it's time for a showdown. Yeah, let's do a showdown, then we can do whatever else we want next turn. That seems fair. for all creatures. Hey, your creatures. They seem to be dead. Haha! It's gonna explode? Now he's probably gonna play something scary. Shelly? Gig's command. Just to bring them back, huh? Cool. Bring back 2 preachers. Well, it's pretty annoying, but we can fight through the preachers slowly. You can't cast all 3 unless you draw a land. He did draw a land. Go for the throw. Well, let's exile. Arrow here, he'll be back. And we have rebounded. First creature. Didn't want to play 2 preachers? That's not right. Aha! Okay, GG. Sticking over here is basically a game against most decks, right? Especially with this hand. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did it feel? This deck, I will say, it's a little bit of a learning curve. I don't think I played it well enough in the earlier games, and in later games when I started to play it a little bit better, I stopped having proper land draws, so it's a bit of a learning curve, but it is a fun deck, right? I'm always interested in comboing Ojer with stuff, not just this one. Every Ojer from the Excellent block, they're very fun because they keep coming back, and you know, I'm a sucker for infinite value that way, and there's always good synergy with almost every one of them. The white one is played, I guess the green one's played least. The white one can give you tokens, so there's probably some decks out there that people are still trying to figure out. The red one is amazing, and I think a lot of people forgot that the black one is the Bat God, so that one is probably to play the most. This is my favorite because rebound into a trick synergy, that's my favorite type. That's combo, and combo is delicious. Now this deck, I think the win rate is around 50%, a little bit higher than 50, but not over 55. So what I'm feeling is I think I won 6 games out of 10 or 11, and yeah, when the games that you win, it feels really good, and the games that you lose, it feels really bad. I had to cut a few cards and alter some of the cards a little bit, and I do think 3 off Beza is enough. Beza is a legendary creature, so you can have multiple ones on the board, and Beza is not very good in not very good against a few matchups. It's very good against aggro, so if you're facing aggro, Beza's good. It's pretty good against discard. If you're facing against discard, Beza does give you a card back. But against, more of control style games, this is not very good. And then the biggest thing that I've noticed is that the meta is shifting. Meta is shifting towards more control, more mid-range, and less aggro. So a lot of times temporary lockdown really isn't doing much, but I still like it. Temporary lockdown is hidden synergy with Get Lost anyway, so it's something, right? And we can always just ignore the temporary lockdown and get the better cards. There's not a lot of card draw in the deck, unfortunately. That's probably the bigger problem of the deck. The card draw comes from Deduce, and that's about it. So you have to play with the cards that you're dealt. So some people don't like that, but I think that's fine. I think the deck works in the way it is. And another card draw that you cannot forget, Fountainport. Fountainport is a land that gives you cards. It takes a long time, but a land that gives you cards is always good. And the land that gives you cards without giving your opponent card, oh man, this is so good of a land. But like I said, don't have 2 in the deck because Shuffler's rigged, so they'll give me 2 Fountainports opening hand and just laugh at me. And yeah, I like this deck. I think this deck has potential. Of course, more fine-tuning can be done. I'm not a great, fine-tuner of a lot of decks. I am just wanting to try them out. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.